I'm sitting on my floor and I'm naked. So let's just hope that the camera doesn't fall off of this tripod, because if it does, I'll just have to delete this video and start all over. So I've got some things I need to get off my chest, but first let's start with the positive news. Number one, never mind, there is no positive news. My life just sucks right now. The best news is I just worked a 10-hour day, which sucks hell, but it's going to be a nice little paycheck. And while I'm not necessarily desperate for money, I'm not too upset about having a little bit more come in. Normally, this is the time of year when things are supposed to slow down. Basically, Valentine's Day, and once that hits, it just boom, steady decline. There have been times, especially in June and July, you can get 2 days off in 1 week because we just aren't getting any customers. And they'll just tell you, don't come in. We're just not going to open today. And then when you do come in, you still only work 6 hours. And, like I said, on the one hand, I like having the money, but on the other hand, I'd like to have some free time to myself eventually. I'm falling way behind on my anime. I've actually taken these past couple weeks off just to I know this week I've taken off. I don't remember if I took last week off. Did I? Let's go. I'll have to look at Rants and Rambles. I definitely took this week off from any work-related stuff. And by work-related, I mean to starting my company. But, I needed a mental break more than anything else, and I still don't feel like I've gotten that, because especially this week I've still got a couple of things to do. I've got to run an errand on Monday, got to go to the bank, and I've got to, I usually do shopping on Sundays just so that I don't have to leave the apartment at all on Monday. And either way, I've got artists who are, they want their payment, which I'm going to give them. I have no trouble giving it to them. But, of course, they choose this week. It's just, lately, it's frustrating because I don't have any time to myself, really. I have some. It's not like I have no time at all to relax. But during that time, it's one of two things. Either I'm winding down from all the stress so that I'm not too mentally fatigued to do the things that I need to do, or, I'm busy doing all these things. So, like I said, good news, I finished the rough draft of my autobiography, and I can't guarantee how long that'll take, but I want to just give it one quick look over. Read through it once just to make sure, this is the story I want to tell, and then start sending it out to other people. But like I said, I took this week off for mental break, which I didn't get because work has just been busy, and just, I'm looking forward to, at some point in time, eventually, having one day, just one, where I don't have to worry about anything, where I don't have to worry about leaving my apartment, where I don't have to worry about finishing this manuscript, where I don't have to worry about doing this layout. And it's only going to get worse. The further we go along, the worse it's going to get. But, hey, this is what I wanted, right? No, it's not. I wanted the end result. I didn't want to do all the hard work. No one wants to do the hard work. That's why it never gets done. Yeah, it's stressful. Life's stressing me. And work definitely doesn't help. Today, oh my god, my OCD got triggered like it's never done before. It's been so long since I've had an attack this bad. And because, like I said, I've talked about it before. I don't have a full-blown diagnostic disorder. It's obsessive-compulsive tendencies. Normally, it's under control. But half of the reason that it's under control is that I have learned to control so many different factors, situational things within my life, so that I can have enough consistency. Like, wake up when I wake up in the morning. Like, I can't necessarily control when I wake up. But there are days when it's like, I wake up, I look at the clock and it says 10, and I'm just like, fuck, that's the entire day just wasted. I don't get to do anything really. So if I wake up sometime between 7 and 9, like, that's the safe zone. If I wake up, like, anytime after 9, I'm freaking out because it's like, if I want to do all of the stuff I want to do, it's just like, gotta rush through it. And if I wake up before 7, it just feels too weird because I have too much time and I don't want to do anything because I'm too tired and want to go back to sleep. But anyways, yeah, then, like, I take a shower about relatively the same time every day. I mean, within an hour frame, usually. And then, like, I get to watch, 2 to 4 episodes of anime. And then I take a nap, and then I go to work. Within my apartment, I don't have to, I can control almost every aspect of my life. Then you go to work, and there's so much I can't control. But one of the things I can control is, sorry. It has to do with all the air. It's because I'm talking. I burped because I'm talking. Anyways, like, I go to work, and I get there early. I set up the sink. I'll wash a few things here and there. Then I go clean the front of the house, the restroom, sweep them off the floor of the dining area and all that stuff. But when first of all, I actually got to work late because, I woke up from my nap, I took a shit, and then I started getting ready, then I had to take another shit. And that just put me behind schedule. I ended up, getting to work 15 minutes late. So already I'm thrown off rhythm. Which, my fault, so I couldn't really be too mad. I was a little perturbed. But, it's Saturday morning isn't that much of a hassle. I mean, because we don't have morning service on Saturdays, so there's usually not that much shit piled up too high. There was a little bit today. Still not a big hassle. And then so I go upstairs, I do half of my cleaning, go backstairs because more people have dropped stuff at the sink, so I reorganize everything again. And then I go back upstairs, I finish my cleaning, and that's when it happened. I came downstairs, and, oh my god, it was the most frustrating thing ever. Some guy had come through. He works next door, and let's be honest, this guy's a total idiot. Anyone who's ever met him thinks so. I appreciate the fact that he does work his ass off, but he's so stupid. And, well, he came in here, and I think he wanted to vent some of his frustrations. He didn't have enough to do over there, so he was like, I'm gonna come over here and help. But he was doing a shitty job, and so apparently every single thing he washed was still coming back a little dirty. And so my boss, dealing with some cold issues like sore throat and whatnot. So, my boss, my supervisor at least, whatever you want to call him, he kind of makes the guy, he like pushes all the things back because the guys they're not getting clean. And so I walk down and here's what I see. 3 sinks. None of them have water in them. They should all 3 have water in them. And the middle sink is full of dirty dishes, which the dirty dishes should all be in the first sink. And then, he's filling up the first sink with water, which, you can tell this guy was trained by Jose because he moved the grate out of the sink and then drained it. The whole reason we put the grate in there is so that when you drain the sink, it catches the food. So now we've got bones in our fucking pipes. And then, I get down there and it's already just a huge fucking mess. And then he's like starts throwing the dirty dishes back in the first sink, and he's just throwing them in there all willy nilly, completely disrupting my system. And I'm just like, dude, get the fuck out! You are just ruining everything. Like, it doesn't. I know that what I'm describing probably doesn't sound like a big deal to you, but anyone who has any, like, even the most minor form of OCD, you can understand how this just ruined my entire fucking day. Because this is something that for 2.5 fucking years I have been doing. And when I get down there at 5 o'clock, usually around 5, I, I get down there and I expect the sinks to already be set up, and they weren't. I expect the dirty dishes to be mostly organized, neat and proper in place, and they weren't. They weren't even in the correct sink. And he's just tossing them around all willy-nilly. And I'm just like, no, get out. Get the fuck out. I never want to see your face again. Like, it took me 15 years to get it all, minutes. It took me 15 minutes to get it all straightened out. And then it took me like 3 hours to stop being pissed about the fact that he was there for like 20 minutes and did nothing but fuck up my sink. This is the first time in my life that I've ever looked at myself and realized that my reaction to this is definitely just indicative of a major problem. And I stopped to think, maybe I need to start going to therapy, because this shit is just like that thing literally ruined my entire day. I was just so pissed about that happening. Like, for the most part, I just kept ignoring everybody for the rest of the night. People suck. They really do. It's just, yeah, it bothered me. But yeah, that's just, like, that one little thing. It was just too much. You know, it's just, don't help me. Like, honestly, that's something I have to keep telling every new person that comes to work. Don't help me, because I have a system in place, and unless you fully understand and comprehend the system exactly like I do, you're going to cause me more stress than you relieve. Don't help me. Please, God, don't help me. Just let me do my thing. Just let me do the thing that I've been doing for 2.5 fucking years. I've got a rhythm down, and your presence cannot do anything other than disrupt that rhythm. It's just, it threw me off. And I was not expecting that. Just so much chaos, so much disorganization. No, if that had happened like my first ever day at the job, I wouldn't have even stopped to think about the fact that something had gone wrong. But it's because I have 2.5 years of stability put into this, and you just come in here in 10 minutes and just do this shit. Fuck you! See, the fact that I'm still talking about it, the fact that I can spend this much time harping on it, that tells you I have an issue. Like, I've talked about this before, I think. I might not have talked about it on this channel. I'm not 100% sure. I know I wrote about it in my book. Like, for me, like I said, it's not a full-blown disorder. It's labeled as tendencies, saying there's enough there you can tell you have it, but I have enough control over it that I can avoid a full diagnosis and that I won't be forced to take medication. But then you have an episode like this. I want to talk about the fact that I'm complaining about it right now, and technically that does nothing, really. But I was actually watching this video. I don't know if I watched it this week or last week. All of March just blurred together. There's a train out there. I don't know if you can hear it. All of March just kind of blurred together. I know I saw a video sometime last month. Because technically it's April 1st right now. It's 2 o'clock and I'm just getting home. Yay. I'm scared to leave my house tomorrow. But, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I saw a video where it was saying complaining is bad because the more you complain, it leads to negative thoughts, and it's this like circular thing. But I don't want to disregard scientific research, but that's not how my brain works. Like, for me, like, I'm gonna be angry about a lot of different things. That's just how it happens, and I need to complain about them to get them off my chest. Because the other option is I don't complain about it. I just live with it. I deal with it, and I just let it fester and grow until I one day just take it out on some random, unsuspecting, and undeserving idiot who just happened to walk in front of my path at the wrong time. So for me, venting, it is therapeutic. So screw that damn video and whatever the hell they said was their reason. Something about brain chemicals saying that, saying negative things makes it easier to create negative thoughts. I don't think that's true. Because I know for me personally, when I vent, even if there's no one in the room like right now, I'm talking to an inanimate object. But just being able to say it out loud, like, relieves some of the pressure. Because sometimes you say it out loud and you realize how stupid you sound and how ridiculous this whole situation is, and now you can laugh about it. Or sometimes you say it out loud and you realize, wow, this bothered me a lot more than it should have. Let's examine why. I mean, basically that's the whole concept of therapy. Sometimes saying it out loud just helps you figure out, how you really feel about it. And for me personally, the more I talk about the things that affect me negatively, the things that anger or sadden me, the easier it is to move past them. So, complaining is the best thing for me. It's easier to be happy after I complain, because now all the negative emotions are gone. Like, I got them. I expelled them out of my mouth, and now there's room for smiles and laughter. So I don't know. I don't want to say that the science is wrong, but I can say this. They didn't study my brain. So, I wonder how long this video is. I don't remember when I started recording. But yeah, because in that same vein, I think I've said this before too, but emotions aren't a choice, because I'm not choosing to be angry, but we all have to find our way to deal with them. And the best way for me to deal with the anger is to get it out of my system. Now, saying angry things doesn't lead to me having more angry thoughts and feelings later. Do you know what gives me angry thoughts and feelings? Stupid people! And I can't kill all the stupid people. I just had a serious conversation in my head. Like, how much trouble would I be in if I joked about, hey, you know how I want to deal with my frustrations? Just buy an AK and go shoot up a mall. If I said that, like, would I be put on an FBI database? I'm scared to upload this video now. I'm just curious, because I am a black man. So even though for me that's a joke, the wrong person might see this video and decide, oh no, he's a danger, he's a menace to society, and I end up being put on some list. Especially just because of the timing of it. They just had March for Our Lives earlier this week, so who knows? We're about to find out. But I should say, for the record, I've never owned a gun. I've never touched a gun. I don't even know for sure if I've been in the same room as a gun. I don't want to say I disagree with the Second Amendment. That being said, the only legitimate argument I've ever heard for gun ownership is for protection. But even then, the statistically speaking, people who own guns, they and their friends are more likely to hurt themselves or each other than they are to actually end up protecting themselves from a criminal. I don't think I explained that right, but just look up the statistics. I need to wrap this video up, so I actually have some plans. I got some errands and other shit to run, but other than that, I should be home most of Monday and Tuesday. I'm going a little copyright crazy. I have to be careful to kind of stagger my spending just a little bit, because I'm realizing that I have a lot of written works that I can submit as like manuscripts and stuff that I can so that I can have the actual story and the contents of it protected without having the actual pictures drawn. So some of my other comics and stuff that I want to work on in the future, I can go ahead and get copyrights on this character, and so some of the details about him can have some protection, hopefully, if I'm doing this right. I could just be throwing hundreds of dollars out the window because I'm stupid. Who knows? We'll find out. We'll know before 2018. But yeah, so I've just been getting getting a lot more copyrights for some of my different stories. Some scripts that I've written, both for like movies and web series. Just some of the different projects that are complete enough, that they're gonna have little to no editing. So, yeah, I'm doing. I've got that going on, and my only plans that I have for this weekend are Sunday, shopping, fall asleep watching TV, wake up, make some s'mores, eat the s'mores, fall asleep watching TV, and at some point in there, one of my artists is gonna drop by. And then on Monday, wake up, I don't know, eat, watch TV, go to the bank real quick, come home, make grilled cheese, watch more TV. At some point in there, one of my artists is gonna drop by. And then Tuesday, we go back to our regularly scheduled programming. I haven't played a single game of Madden since last July, when I made the decisions to start doing this, because I love Madden. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite video games ever, but it's a commitment. You have to commit an hour to 1 to 3 hours, depending on how much you put in the game time. Because some people, they'll just play on the internet 2-minute quarters, 1-minute quarters, and that's it. Just trying to wreck as many people as you can. But for me, I like realistic stuff to it. I'll go with 15-minute quarters. Some people, but so either way, it's like a 2-3 hour commitment, and so I haven't played it in almost a year now, and I miss it. I haven't taken baths. I'm showering. Let's get that straight. I am still showering regularly. I just haven't taken like an hour-long soak in a hot tub. And not an actual hot tub, but I meant like a regular bathtub full of water. You know what I mean. You know what? This video is too long, and it's already 2 in the morning. So I'm just gonna cut it off. Did I mention that I cleaned my apartment this weekend? Well, if I did, I'm mentioning it twice. I cleaned my apartment this weekend, and you probably can't tell from this video because I got in the habit of always framing it in a way that you can't easily see the mess. Always. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But especially most of the time, try to film in front of my door because the path to the front door is usually relatively clear, which is why I can sit on the floor. But right now, you can actually see the floor everywhere in the apartment, not counting where the furniture is. Anyways, I recorded 2 videos during the process of cleaning that I even as of right now still have not decided if I'm gonna upload. But it just makes me look really bad, and I feel like on the one hand, I'm kind of I want to upload it so that I can show any potential romances. This is who I am. Please feel free to run away screaming now. My fetch falling asleep. I'm turning the camera off.